Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian. Welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Also, we're going to be launching an exclusive Dreamers Pro community very, very soon. So if you guys want early access and to receive a one-time offer that's only available to people on the waiting list, please make sure you go ahead and sign up to the waiting list. We already have over 170 people signed up, so please make sure you go ahead and do that. Of course, if you're interested in that, we have that pinned in the comments below. Anyway, let's get into today's topic. This is one I cannot wait to get into. Folks, we are in a very interesting point. We're at an inflection point right now in the NBA as it pertains to LeBron. We are at we have reached the fork in the road moment, where now some of us are beginning to ask the question, why is LeBron still playing in the NBA? I discussed this yesterday in our live that we did. We did a live reacting to the game after they got beat by the Miami Heat by 41 points. We touched on this. I said, why is LeBron still playing? Because the Lakers don't seem to be going anywhere. They don't seem to be going anywhere at all. So what is the motivation? He said initially that he wanted to play with his son and all of that, but that moment already came and went. So why is LeBron still here? Should he consider retiring at the end of the season? These are things we've discussed. But there's been this reputation that LeBron has had for years now, which is LeBron is a stat padder, right? He essentially plays for stats. That's what he's been doing for the last 2 seasons. Playing for stats, playing for records. That's why he plays, because he knows that his fans can always say, oh, LeBron has this stat, LeBron has that stat. And they can use that as things to try to create the GOAT argument. It's one of the reasons why some people feel like the GOAT argument is a real thing. But something interesting occurred yesterday. I was listening to a show from Too Raw for Sports, and he was discussing this tragedy that took place last night between the Lakers and the Heat. And he was talking about LeBron's propensity to stat pad. Let me tell you why he was saying that. All right. In the first half of yesterday's game, LeBron made it his business to stat pad in that game. He scored 18 points. In the third quarter, he scored another 7. By that point, the Lakers were hovering around a 30-point deficit. LeBron comes into the fourth quarter. By this time, they're already down by the 30s. Okay? They're down by the 30s. LeBron comes in. AD doesn't even check into the fourth quarter. JJ Redick all but emptied his bench. LeBron came in for 3 minutes. And he was in there still trying to stat pad. He scored 4 points. And then JJ Redick pulled him after 3 minutes and 16 seconds. And then I realized, whoa, wait a minute. Too Raw is onto something. But he said something interesting that I did not know. He brought up Michael Jordan. And he brought up some information that I was unaware of. He said, when Jordan played, Jordan didn't play for stats. He said there were so many games when Jordan finished the game with 49 points where he could have gone for 50. There were so many games when Jordan finished a game with 39, 38 points when he could have gone for 40, but he decided not to do so. And Jordan said, this is according to him, Jordan said to David Thompson that, what did he say? He said that, Jordan said that, I want to get this right. He said, I don't play for stats, right? John Thompson. He said, I don't play for stats. If I played for stats, I would have probably played forever. And I was like, yo, this is basically MJ exposing LeBron and what LeBron has been about for the last, 5-6 years. And I was like, yo, I did not know this. So I actually went and searched for the audio and I found it. I'm like, whoa. This is crazy. So this is the audio that we want to get into. But before we even get into what Jordan had to say about stat padders like LeBron James, today's video is brought to you by sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, This week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now, I want to play exactly what Jordan had to say. It's a very short soundbite, and then want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what MJ had to say here.
What impact does your statistical place in the NBA have on you?
Well, that never drove me. I mean, the stats only add up when you put forth the effort and you don't worry about it. You know, good things happen to those people that work hard. If I sit here and play for the stats, I would have never retired in '93. Or I still probably be chasing Wilt Chamberlain's all-time, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all-time scoring lead. I mean, that doesn't drive me. I mean, sure, it defines to some extent for people who don't know me on, 20 years from now would never know who Michael Jordan really is. But based on the stats, he must have been pretty decent. Those are only ways that I look at stats. Other than that, it's all about winning championships and winning. Stats that matter to me is the games that we win and the rings that you collect.
So you heard what MJ had to say. MJ said, if I played for stats, I would have never retired. He said, I played to win, not for stats. Stats were a byproduct of winning, or my pursuit of winning. And I'm like, this is the antithesis of LeBron James. LeBron is like the total opposite. LeBron plays for stats regardless of whether or not he can win or not. LeBron is playing for stats because he knows that that's what he's going to use to try to propel him into the GOAT conversation. It was such a revelation to me. It was such and here's what's interesting. When it came to getting stats, Jordan was way better at accumulating stats and awards than LeBron. The evidence is there. When it came to the accumulation of stats and awards, Jordan was head and shoulders above LeBron. It's not even up for discussion. It's not. It's like not at all. Coming to leading the league in steals, or leading the league in scoring, or making all first teams, leading the playoffs and score. Like Jordan did that with his eyes closed. But when it comes to LeBron, that's all he seems to be doing. And the reason LeBron is doing that because he knows that's the only thing he has left. That's the only thing he has left. When he caught Kareem, that was some major achievement. You think if Jordan didn't want to catch Kareem, he could. Like, who are we kidding here? Some people say, but why didn't he do it? Because it wasn't important to him. What was important was winning. And Jordan beat these guys so bad that he was like, I'm done. Like, y'all can't beat me. I'm out. People talk about Jordan left the NBA. Jordan, y'all acting like y'all beat him and he left. He was beating you dudes. He was beating these dudes. He's like, I'm destroying these dudes. Jordan had 2 3-peats. LeBron never even had one. Kobe and Shaq combined only had one. LeBron doesn't even have 1 3-peat. Not even one. Not even one. Which means that LeBron has never even been a part of a dynasty. He never created a dynasty. You could make an argument, if you win 3 in a row, you're a dynasty. The Lakers with Shaq and Kobe were a dynasty. Jordan had 2 dynasties. You can't compare these guys. I keep saying it. People feel like, I don't think LeBron and Jordan is a thing. I think it's a media invention. I don't think so. And there's no evidence to suggest that. None. One of LeBron's best seasons was what? The 2017 or 18 season. Spectacular season. That's just like one of Jordan's great seasons. Jordan even had better seasons than that. You can't even compare them. You You can't even compare it. Jordan is the only athlete, I said it before and I'm going to say it again, he's the only athlete that I've noticed that the more you investigate his career, the more freaky it gets. You cannot compare these. You cannot even do it. They're not even remotely on the same level at all. Not in terms of style of play, not in terms of accomplishments, not in terms of respect, none of that. None of that. For God's sakes, LeBron copied Jordan's number. What does that tell you? Who's following who? Who's obsessed with who? He follows the guy everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes. People talk about, oh, what are you going to do? Talk about LeBron. All LeBron does is obsess over Jordan. That's all he does. Literally, all he does is obsess over Jordan. And try to come up with narratives, him and his camp, to try to convince people that he's better than Jordan. That's all. These guys' life purpose is trying to defeat Michael Jordan. And the irony is you have his fans talking about, oh, you guys are obsessed with LeBron. Meanwhile, their favorite player is like really obsessed with Jordan. That's what this is all about. LeBron is still trying to convince people that he's better than Jordan. The one he tried to do this year was, oh, I'm going to play all 82 games because Jordan did that too. It's like, bro, it don't matter even if you did. Because Jordan played so many other 82 games. See, so it don't matter. Like, let it go, bro. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. But that is pretty damning. That Jordan gave you an insight into what he played for, and we all know what LeBron plays for, which is stats. Hence the reason he wore a shirt in Monaco, Saint Tropez, and I can't find the other one that he wore, Soho. I can't find that picture where he said, check my stats. That right there summarizes it all. Check my stats. That's what LeBron said. Case closed.